I'm Mike.
And I'm Danny.
And this is Petrol Revolt. Welcome back to another Petrol Revolt video. We're at Suzuki Live's event at Cadwell Park.
Right, John, so we're here at Suzuki Live. First of all, what brings you here?
A bit of a Suzuki fan, so I've owned a few, love them, love the new stuff, love the old stuff even more if I'm honest. So today I'm on my K8 GSXR, only bought it about 6 months ago. I thought I'd give it a bit of a shakedown on track, so perfect opportunity really.
And have you been to Cadwell before?
I was actually here 3 weeks ago, so I did a 2-day track day 3 weeks ago, but before that I was a newbie, so I'm starting to learn it, by no means an expert.
It's a difficult track to learn, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot to it, so many blind corners. And
it's not very wide either, it's quite narrow, isn't it?
It's like a country lane almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, no, but I love the circuit, but I found on the 1000, that's a big bike to haul round, and not being the most trim, fit people, I've been blowing a bit, it's been hard work.
I always think like round here a 600 would be better than a 1000, because a 600 you can use the power, a 1000's almost too quick for the circuit.
Completely agree. I was actually here, when I was here 3 weeks ago, I was on my Supermoto, so my KTM Supermoto, so you can imagine, that was brilliant round here. But also I was on the Naked, so not Suzuki's, but the Super Duke KTM, and that was brilliant around here. But just on a sports bike, because you're moving around much more, aren't you, out the seat. Knackering, but great fun.
Well, you'll sleep well tonight then.
Oh, I'm actually back tomorrow as well, so I'll definitely sleep well tomorrow night.
Yeah,
but, yeah, no, it's fantastic.
Brilliant. And I hear that you're going to have a go on one of our RG500s.
Yeah, apparently I'm having a go on the Skull Bandit, so I'm going to go up, take that out for a spin on the road, do a video for my channel, Land Shops Rides, by the way, and yeah, take it for a bit of a spin. So it's one of my dream bikes, RG500.
Have you rode an RG500
I've never
before?
rode one. My uncle always had an RD500 back in the day, and I love that. The RG is like up there, you know. The RD and the RG500 are my pinnacle of motorcycles, and if they weren't 20, 30,000 pounds these days, I'd probably own one, but it's too much money.
They're amazing bikes. I raced one at the Classic TT, and obviously I've done some stuff for our channel on Mike's bikes, and it's just there's something about them.
You can't beat that smell, can you?
The smell, the noise. I mean, on the race bikes with the dry clutch, it's
like pure theatre, isn't it? It's not. I know there's, you know, compared to the modern stuff, it's going to feel horrible. It's not going to stop, but it's just that whole involvement, that drama, that smell, the vibrations. Can't wait. I'm really excited.
For me, it's just knowing like Barry's rode one and his race one, his one-on-one. It's just all that history behind them. It's incredible.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I hope you enjoy it. And I was nervous when I rode Mike's bikes. He's so proud of them. So.
No, don't say that. Yeah.
No, you'll be all right. They're a nice bike to ride.
Can't wait. Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
My name is Alan Morton. It is a RG500. It's Stuart Hickins from Mallory Park. It's a 1979 Mark IV. Mine is the Road Gamma. Mark Dent supplied loads of bits for me, made the exhaust, well pleased with that. So I'm in the championship at the minute, currently level pegging.
So, I mean, first of all, what brings you to Suzuki Live? Is it just the fact that obviously you run an RG500 and you just wanted to come up and have a good day out?
We're riding this bike at the Festival of 1,000 Bikes, so I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to bring it along and give it a go and find any problems with it. Luckily we did, so there was a few things wrong with it.
And is it, I'm assuming it's not your first time at Cadwell, but what do you think of the circuit, and what do you think
of
the
It's a great track. I've always liked it here, so over the mountain is good. Beautiful. It's a really nice circuit.
Have you got a race here later on in the year, or?
No, I'm just sticking with Mallory this year. Obviously, cost of living and everything, so trying to cut my cloth to suit really.
So you don't want to be putting any diesel in your van or anything?
No, not at the minute. £2 a litre.
Yeah, it's a bit expensive, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Would you mind just showing us around the bike a little bit?
No, of course not. This is the flat four. Not this. The newer model is the step four. They raised the 2 cylinders at the back, and this model is the raised cylinder. Although this was the road bike, it was for cooling, I believe, and they did something with the crank. I'm not quite sure why they did it, but the carburetors on this one have been bored out a bit more to make it breathe better because they were small on the road bikes. It's running R6 rear wheel and R6 front end. People will notice the blue spot front brakes on it, but it's perfect. I really like it.
Did you find? Did you run it with the original front end in it, and then put the R6 front end in it, or have you just rode it with the R6 front end?
I bought it as a Bitzer, and it had upside down forks in it, and we used it like that in the championship, and they protested me because the forks were too new. Because I started to win the championship, they blamed the forks, so I had to put the older style telescopic forks in.
And are you still winning?
Yeah, leading the championship at the minute.
That's all they need to know, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for talking to us. And are you going back out today or not?
Yeah, we're going to run this if we can in the next intermediate session, because it's not a superbike. We can't run it in the fast class. So we're going to take it out, have a few laps on it, just make sure it's ready for Mallory on the festival.
Brilliant. And what date's Mallory?
16th and 17th of July.
Okay, I might pop up to it. I only live down the road now, so
All right,
yeah,
cool.
I might pop up to it.
Lovely. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thank you.
So we're here at Suzuki Live, and we come across this beautiful Hayabusa. If you want to introduce yourself first, and the reason of you for coming to Suzuki Live.
My name's Matthew Warner, and a friend told me about it a couple of days ago, and I was fortunate enough to be able to come on my Suzuki Busa.
We've done a review on our channel about the Suzuki Hayabusa, and I've always had the perception of them of just being like a straight line bike. We wasn't on anything radical like this, you know, and this beautiful. We was on a standard bike, but it completely changed my mind about Hayabusas because it was nice to ride. We took it around a tight, twisty track, and it was nice to ride. We tested the ABS out on it. We tested the traction control out on it, and then we done the run at Elvington as well on it.
Yeah.
And for me, it ticked a lot of boxes, and it was a lot easier to ride than what I thought. Obviously, this is a lot different, highly modified. What initially drew you to Hayabusa?
Never liked the originals, never liked the style of them, never liked nothing about them. But I build custom Harleys as a hobby, and I've always had sports bikes. So when I saw this, it was a must-have. It's something I've always kind of looked at from looking on the internet, on eBay and stuff, and YouTube videos of this sort of style of bike, and it was always something that I always wanted. And I was just fortunate enough to run into the chap who I ended up buying this one off. So. And
did you buy it like this, or did you buy it and did you do all the upgrades to it and all the paintwork and stuff?
I bought the bike pretty much as it is. The guy that originally built it is in America. Then somebody in the UK bought it. He had this whole custom paintbrush set done, which is the chap actually on the other side of the fairing. Right. He then sold it to the chap who I bought it from, and he had the air ride fitted, and he had the big CC turbo conversion done with all the engine and everything and what have you as well at the same time.
And,
so,
I mean, it's highly modified, but do you ride it a lot on the road still?
Oh yeah, ridden it here. I was at Scarborough the other day on it. I ride it as much as possible. If it's nice and sunny, I'll go out on it.
That is one thing, like I found with a Hayabusa. I thought it would just be a thing, almost like a bit of a gloating thing that you got one of the fastest bikes, you know, production bikes in the world. Yeah. But to actually ride them, they are a nice ride. They're not just a motorbike what can go in a straight line. Yeah,
I mean, I've just come here today, 55, 60 mile an hour. Even though it's got a big turbo and it's everything else, it just rides like a normal bike. I mean, I've ridden rigid chops, you know, Harleys with 330 wide back wheels, which I've owned, and this just rides lovely. And everyone keeps saying, oh, it won't go around corners, it won't do this. I said, it does. It rides really nice, it's very smooth, there's no jerking on it, it's set up absolutely brilliant. And if I didn't have this one, I would have another Busa, definitely. In fact, I like the Gen 3s at the moment. So, yeah, they look really nice.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for talking to us. And
thank you.
Yeah, thank you for bringing this beautiful piece of kit here.
No problem.
What brings you to Suzuki Live, and obviously brings your unique and fantastic motorcycle here?
Well, it's because it is a Suzuki day, that's why I'm here. I do come to Cadwell occasionally, but it was the Suzuki day that I've been waiting for, because there hasn't been one for 3 years with COVID. So I particularly wanted to come on a classic Suzuki. and luckily I did the parade as well. So that was the highlight for me.
Oh, brilliant.
Doing the parade.
So was you here a few years ago as well when they had the classic Suzuki Day here?
I've never managed to come, it's always clashed with
really?
holidays. Great sunshine today, and it's a really good day for doing it, really.
How'd you find the circuit?
Great, 'cause I've never done a track day,
Yeah.
never been round the track, so 2 GT550s, following me and an MSV guy, but really if you've never been round the track, that's quite a good idea.
No, it's perfect. I think Suzuki have got it right, haven't they? You know,
Yeah.
it's a nice day, and
Yeah.
there's some real special pieces of kit here, isn't there? Show us around the bike a bit, and we can.
Yeah, it's a bike that's had a full restoration, but the previous person gave up when they were 80% of the way there, so I got the bike last year and finished the restoration off, and in particular sorted out the carbs and got it running properly, and I've actually only just nicely run it in, so ridden here from the other side of Hull, fine, 2 laps around the track, it's been fine, so I think I
brilliant.
can tick it off that the bike's running and going okay.
So what stuff did you have to do to it when you got it then?
The main issue was the carburetors.
Right.
The previous owners had no idea how to set up a bank of 3 carbs, and I'd previously had one of these bikes last year, sold it, and within 4 weeks regretted it. So, and I'd owned that for 12 years, so I knew the bike's inside out. So,
And then bought another one.
so then bought another one, which wasn't running properly, so it was at an attractive price really, and got it home within 20 minutes, it was running nicely.
Oh, brilliant.
They'd never tightened the lock nuts on the carb adjusters, so the slides were all massively out.
Did you get it as a bargain then?
Well, none of these are bargains now.
No.
They're not. The prices are very high, and then some of the spares are even worse.
I don't think there's many manufacturers what have like a program like Suzuki have for their vintage parts. So I think it's a good thing they're doing, isn't it? And I think, but just days like today, I think it's just a nice day to put on for everyone who owns a Suzuki, you know, modern or classic Suzuki.
It's relaxing. I'm in the VJMC, so they've let me put the bike on their stand, which is, you know, nice. You feel part of it as opposed to being over in the field, really.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for speaking to us.
No problem.
And hopefully you have a good day.
Yeah, well, sun's shining,
Yeah.
good coffee,
Yeah.
Suzuki's.
Free coffee as well.
Suzuki's.
Yeah, exactly. You can't beat it, can you? Visit the website to find out more about the track days and obviously this cool merchandising. You know, we've got some pretty cool stuff. Check us out, send us a message, and we look forward to seeing you soon.